I didn't watch the fight. When
Wow.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
You call yourself a fan.
I am a fan, but
I don't know.
I'm a fan. Okay, I mean, motherfucker, you don't listen to every rap album. Are you a fan of rap music? I guess you're not.
I listen to
I
Young
guess
Blues
you're
album.
not. Yeah,
I listen to
I
Young
guess
Blues
you're not,
album. Did you
motherfucker.
listen to Young Blues album? No.
He's
you
not a
didn't.
rapper. Okay.
Spencer's Young Blue a rapper.
If he goes,
man.
Spence.
if you
Spence
go
is Young
on
Blue a
Apple
rapper.
Music, if you go on Apple Music, it's just R&B and soul.
Spence is Young Blue a rapper. I'm asking Spence. I want to know Spence's opinion.
Is Lil Durk a rapper?
Hey, a lot of
he's
people think he
considered
is.
a rapper.
Hey,
All right then. Hey, Cory
He's considered
Sandhagen.
rapid hip hop.
Cory Sandhagen should have won on Saturday. They fucked up the decision. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the fight, listeners. I had it scored about it was close to a tie. The first round, extremely close. I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, though, if you watched it, yeah, TJ Dillashaw did get a takedown or two, but he didn't really do much damage except for a few hammer fists. Second round, Cory Sandhagen comes in, piecing him up, kneeing him again, this, that, and the third. TJ Dillashaw won the third round. But the fourth and the fifth, I would once again give it to Cory Sandhagen because he was getting in, piecing him up, getting out. And yeah, TJ Dillashaw was pushing the pace, but he wasn't really doing any damage. So it's just like, if you just basing it off of, I guess, who was dictating where the fight was going, sure, TJ Dillashaw won. But who was actually getting punched in the face was TJ Dillashaw. And I think that wasn't the only bad decision. But what did you guys think? And what do you guys think about the judging situation in MMA?
Well, Spence, you have to give your take because I didn't see the fight. So
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I did have a chance to watch the fight. I do agree where going into the fifth round, Cory Sandhagen, well, Cory and TJ, they both were tied. I'm not going through this whole last name thing.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Like
Sandman.
Corey. So
yeah, I was about to say, come on, make shit difficult.
Sandman's not difficult either.
It's like I gotta learn a new name now. Yeah. But nah, so like going into the fifth round, I did have it tied, Corey and TJ, both with 2 rounds. I gave TJ 1 and 3, and I gave Corey 2 and 4. Going into the fifth round, it was quite clear that the thing that was messing Corey up a lot in those rounds that he was losing was that he was trying to do too many extra flares, right? Trying to make himself look better in terms of like pressing I don't know if it was L2 or whatever the taunting button was on like the PS2 controller back in the day for fighting games. But he was doing that to some extent, and he was getting tagged for it and paying for it dearly. In the fifth round, he kind of tightened up from that, and he actually was, like Nigel was saying, he was sticking more to sticking him with a jab, hitting him. Yeah, I don't remember him doing any takedowns or anything significant in terms of takedown-wise. I do think that TJ Dillashaw was pushing the pace to some extent. He was catching Corey, but he wasn't catching Corey to the extent that gave him the round. I think a lot of things that they probably were counting on was when he was kind of getting Corey's back and getting him against the cage to get some of these hits off. But overall, I do think Corey should have won the fight. But at the same time, I think it was a great fight at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, it was a great fight for both fighters, especially for TJ Dillashaw as someone who's been off for 2 years. The only thing I do not agree with was post-fight what TJ Dillashaw after winning. In his interview, he did say he wants the next shot at the belt, which I just think is a little absurd, knowing that he was actually out because he was juicing and pretty much on the juice for who knows how long he was actually on it for, and he just got caught with it. So, but other than that, I mean, it was a really great fight. This is a fight I'll probably watch a couple more times this year, just because it was such a competitive fight in terms of like MMA. So.
No, it was a good fight, and I can't really take that away from TJ Dillashaw. Like, he did win at the least a couple of rounds, and I'm not gonna hate on him for that. But that being said, though, should he get the next title shot? Absolutely not. I'm not sure exactly as to who I'd like to see him fight next. I know that we were talking in a group chat and somebody had brought up a name or two. I can't remember exactly as to who it was, but that being said, yeah, Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. And I think, Rob Font will actually be a very interesting one. I see Rob Font going in there and winning that fight, but I mean, I guess that remains to be seen. But him fighting, first of all, they're putting him against Peter Yan for a championship like he already has the belt. He does not. So I think that's, pretty stupid. But that being said, though, I do think that he's put himself in a position to probably win one more fight and then actually be in the title.
I wouldn't be surprised if TJ gets the next shot. Here's why. He never lost his title, even though his last fight he got spanked by Cejudo, but that fight was at flyweight. It was pretty much he was the undisputed number one guy at bantamweight ever since he got his title back. And I agree that I don't think TJ should get the next crack of the belt. It should be somebody like a Rob Font, unless they do the title eliminator between him and Rob Font. But I would not be surprised, and you shouldn't be surprised, if TJ gets the next shot, because he is one of the bigger names in the bantamweight division.